Hey everyone, it's Ms Hayley, and today I thought that we would try another science experiment that I found. And since everything outside is turning green now, like the leaves on the trees, and we start to see little sprouts come out of the ground for the flowers, and the flowers are blooming with their petals in different colors, so I thought that we could turn pennies green. So for this, we'll need a small little ceramic bowl or container, plastic bowl. You could use even a little small plate. And of course we need some pennies. You can ask mom and dad if they have some around the house. They can be shiny, they can be dull, they don't have to be brand new. And so we need that, and we also need some vinegar, white vinegar, and we will need some salt. So I have all of my things together. So first, what I'm going to do, oh, and we need a paper towel. So first what I'm going to do is take my paper towel. I'm going to fold it in half, just small enough where it can fit into my bowl. If you have a bigger bowl, you don't have to fold as many times. So I got a little square, and then I'm going to place it in the bottom of my bowl. I'm going to take about 3 or 4 pennies and put them on my paper towel. And then I'm going to take the vinegar and pour it into the bowl. I don't want to fill the whole bowl up, okay? I only want to fill it enough where the paper towel has absorbed it all, so the paper towel looks pretty wet. Okay, I think that's good. We want to make sure the paper towel is pretty saturated and pretty filled up with the vinegar so the pennies are touching it. So that's what it looks like right now. There we go. And then I'm going to take my salt shaker, the little holes part, and I'm going to sprinkle it over top of the pennies. Not too much, just maybe like 10 shakes. All right. And there's what it looks like now, the salt on top. All right. So now you might think, what's this going to do? It doesn't turn green right away. You just see the pennies with the salt on them. But what's going to happen in a little bit, if you keep watching, the pennies are going to turn green. So the pennies are made out of something called copper. You say that? Copper. Yeah. So the pennies are made out of copper, and the vinegar that we put inside of the bowl or on the plate contains an acid. And when the copper meets the acid in the vinegar, it creates a chemical reaction. And it makes, with the copper and the acid and the air that's all around us interact, it creates a blue material on top of the penny called malachite. So that's why the pennies are going to turn green. So it's not going to happen right away. You may want to set a timer and ask mom and dad to help you set a timer for maybe an hour. And then once you check it in an hour, you can check it the next hour. So every couple hours you want to check it. And when you do come and check it, maybe you can get a piece of paper out and some coloring pencils or colored crayons and draw what you see. Maybe how much green is on the penny, or if there's not any green yet. And you can make your own graph of observations, of drawings that you can create. So I did this about, I would say, 3 hours ago, earlier, and my pennies have already started turning green. I'm going to show you, okay? So see, I had 4 pennies in this one, and I put the vinegar in it, and I put the salt on top, and you can already see some specks of green on top of the pennies. And the longer that you leave the pennies on the vinegar and in the vinegar, the longer that it is, the more green that's going to come on your pennies. So remember, it's happening because the acid in the vinegar on the copper and the air makes a chemical reaction, which makes the green or blue form on top of the pennies. So I thought that was pretty cool to see a chemical reaction happen and the color change, especially with spring. Everything's turning green. We can make pennies turn green too.